All right, just your closing thoughts and takeaways from big win this weekend against A&T.
Again, it was good to see our guys, fight back. You have a tough loss 2 weeks prior to that where you felt like, man, we got something here and you're so close, and then you lose it at the end. And then, you have that bye week and you still have a little bit of bitterness in you because you feel like, man, we were right there. But our guys worked hard all week, that bye week, to get ourselves ready to go. Again, we talked about going back and kind of self-evaluating ourselves, looking back at ourselves. And so when you got into that game, I would probably say there was some rust there because you hadn't played, getting the tempo, the speed back of the game. And so, you kind of saw that. But again, you saw some mishaps, some bad snaps, a pick and things like that, which you'd never want in a team that you're about to play this week. You can't have those things, but I think we'll be better in that. The fact that our guys fought the way they did, nobody was down on the side. It was 14-0, but you really never felt like we were down 14-0, and guys just kind of fought back, and then felt like once we got that field goal and made it 14-3, at that point, everybody was like, oh, okay, we're back. And then it just kind of rolled from there. So, hats off to our coaching staff. They never flinched. Our players didn't flinch. And so, for our guys to go and compete in that environment, I thought was outstanding. And then to win the way that we did, our guys felt good about it. And again, felt like, okay, we're back on track again.
Yeah. Back-to-back 40-plus games. I was looking at stats earlier. You guys are scoring more than you were last year, more total yards from last year, more rushing, more passing, more yards per play from last year. What has been the difference so far between this year's offense and last year's offense?
Just our preparation, for during the week. You had a great group of guys in that offensive room that have been head coaches and have been coordinators, and so when you're putting all those minds together like that, you come up with some good game plans. What we do during the week, far as our guys meeting with their players and having that opportunity to really hone in on just meeting with the O-line. Okay, what do we need to do? Just meeting with the running backs. What do we need? So when you combined all of those things together, you get a chance to really see the fruit of your labor by doing that. And so, again, the way we practice, those guys talked about it. We go over thirds downs and shorts. We go over fourth down. All the things that you see in the game, we do it all in practice. And so when you get a chance, so those guys, when we go fourth down, we practice it every week, so nobody in the third down. So I think those are the things that you're starting to see this year from last year, is just how we prepare for games and getting our guys ready. They've seen all the stuff that you're going to see in the game, and so they don't flinch on it.
I know last year you guys were really a heavy run team. Not to say that you're not a heavy run team
right.
This year, but just from the stats, I think you're averaging 194 passing yards a game and 191 rushing. So it feels a lot more even this year.
Yeah.
Is that by design or just kind of a matter of circumstances?
I think matter of circumstances, but we always felt like we had a good receiving core. Again, I stress with our tight ends. We have 3 tight ends that we can play that helps in the passing game because it puts you in a position that you got to guard them. We can flex them out and do things with them. Like they talked about earlier, is just the rapport that they have with the quarterbacks, with the wide receivers and tight ends. And so they're repping those stuff on a daily basis. And so, when you start feeling comfortable, when a quarterback feels comfortable with who he's throwing it to, it makes it easier for him to throw the ball. And again, I've always said you have to be able to run it. And so us running it also has helped us throw it because teams have to respect the run because they know, we are going to run the football. And so you're going to have to respect it. And now the continuity that the tight ends and wide receivers and the quarterbacks have together, now these pass plays become even bigger now.
I know we talked about Brendan Ridley a little bit throughout this season. I think the way that you worded it when we first brought him up was he kind of fell into your lap. A Richmond guy, had FBS offers, I think was committed to Navy at one point.
Correct.
Just kind of explain to me how you guys ended up with him here.
Just he got here. But again, he was in a situation where he thought, this may be better for him in the long run. At that age, you're trying to make decisions on what's best for you, and then you decide you're going to go, and then you get somewhere and you go, maybe this isn't the best fit. And so with him being from this area, right down the road, you knew who he was, and kind of when it kind of got out that, he may feel like that's not the avenue that he wants to go. We got on it, and Bobby Blizzard did a great job, and we all kind of did a great job of getting him to come and visit after he decided he wasn't going to go there, and let him see the place, and he kind of fell in love with it. And I think too, with him being right here close to home, I don't know if he really, after leaving and coming back, that he wanted to be that far away from home anyway. And so, to get him, I say all the time, man, what a blessing, for him to be here, because he has given that receiving core. Even it was a good receiving core, it just boosted it even more once he came. Yeah,
and obviously his impact has kind of grown throughout these last couple of weeks. How important of a piece to this offense is he right now, would you say?
You know what? We're not really designing stuff for him. It just happens that, when we call certain things, and he runs great routes, he understands defenses, he understands coverages. He's got some guys that, have mentored him, and so it kind of just happens. The one touchdown that he caught, it really was a kind of a busted coverage, and Malcolm kind of got out the pocket, and then there he is, down the field wide open. And so, but because he knows kind of where he's supposed to be, and something breaks down like that, he finds himself getting balls. But he's very talented. Again, it's a blessing to have him part of our team and a part of that receiver core.
I know I saw earlier today there was a release. He made the Jerry Rice Award watch list. He's a freshman. What do you feel like his ceiling is here at Hampton? Do you feel like this is something where he could be a cornerstone of that room? With him being, a true freshman like that, and playing the way that he's playing. And again, people don't realize, he's young. And so, you look at a guy like him and say, okay, where can he be in 3 more years from now? He's still not as strong in the weight room. Like, he's still, where will he be, after winter conditioning and spring ball and OTAs and summer and another, he's a guy that, I feel like, that's the standard that we'll have in that receiver room, that, hey, these are the type of young men that we want to bring here to play at this position. So, and I think it's going to help us even in recruiting, because somebody's going to look at it and say, man, okay, he's over there playing as a freshman, and look what he's doing. Why can't I be the next one? So it's going to definitely help us in recruiting as well. Yeah, got to give some love to the defense. You come off a week where you give up, I forgot how many yards it was, to Rhode Island, one of the worst offenses in the CAA. You turn around and you nearly blank A&T on the ground. You blank them in the second, third, and fourth quarter. Right. Just what was it like to see the defense come out of the bye week so strong?
Oh, fantastic! And they were sick themselves. They knew that they didn't perform in the way that they wanted to perform. The coaching staff did a great job of putting our guys in the right situation and getting guys in positions that can make plays. But as a defensive unit, they took that personally, that, man, this is not who we are. And so those guys came out that week, that bye week, and they really went back to the fundamentals, and they went back to tackling and communicating and things like that. And it showed up on Saturday. So, again, your fruits of your labor of what you did during that bye week showed itself. And so now they're back to, this is who we really are. And so that's encouraging going into this week.
back for homecoming this weekend. Obviously, homecoming is a massive deal here. Your first one as a head coach here.
Right.
How much are you looking forward to this one?
Oh, it's exciting. You know, the people in this community are looking forward to it. The people on campus here are looking forward to it. It's a great event. You know, there's a lot of tradition here. There's a lot of winning that's going on here. And so, you know, probably starting tomorrow, you'll start seeing some older alums come back and talk about their heydays, which is great and it's exciting. You know, the atmosphere will be great. But we also know that it's about this football game, and it's a better homecoming when you win it. And so that's what we're focused on. But yeah, it's exciting. You know, being the head coach here, you get a lot of, hey, are you ready to go? We need this one, and so you hear a lot of that. But we're excited about it. We're going to enjoy the atmosphere, but we also know we have a game at 2 o'clock that we want to win.
Yep, and wrap it up with your scout on Elon.
Good football team. You know, kind of same last year as far as I think they were sitting at, you know, I think when we played them a year ago, they were at 5-5. And but kind of in that same mentality of, you know, this is a good football team. They've got 2 running backs that are great players. They've got 2 wide receivers that you better know where they're at. They got 1 that's a great kick returner. But all phases of their game, their defense is stingy, very stout up front. Linebackers run well. Secondary guys do a good job of kind of shutting down opposing teams' wide receivers. So all 3 phases are top notch. Coach Tony over there does a great job. Much respect to him. You know, we're going to have to come out here and play, you know, a game that's matches theirs and above that, because they're going to, again, this is their second homecoming. They played homecoming against Albany last week. Now they're doing another homecoming. So, you know, they're going to come ready to play. You know, we can't turn it over like we did, you know, eliminate penalties, and you got to have great special teams. And if we do those things, then we'll be ready. But this is a good group that's coming in.
There you go. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Easy to start. Obviously coming off a big win against A&T. Just talking about how you're feeling and how the team's feeling right now.
Yeah, coming from playing North Carolina A&T, it was a big momentum. You know, scoring 59. Offense, we had a rough couple drives in the beginning, but then boosted up our ego, came out fired up. Defense always fired up. So that 59 points, only allowing 17 points, it was going to make us go to that mark going into playing Elon this homecoming.
How important was it to come out of the bye week? And like you said, starting slow, but in the end, I mean, you guys were in full swing.
I mean, it was pretty tough to watch, you know. Coming off the L from Rhode Island, that hurt us, you know, because everybody thought we really had that. So we had to get ourselves back up there on the winning side, and we did a great job on executing that.
I was looking at some stats from last season. I think you guys have you're putting more points on the board in a lot of key categories. You know, you've increased your stats as an offense. What feels different about this year, if anything, compared to last year?
I would just say the focus level. Everybody's on the team is trying very hard to do their best to do their job so we can help the team's success and get the points that we need. And we're doing a great job of doing that, making adjustments and et cetera.
Yeah, with the running back room specifically, I know last year it was Burris and then Butts and kind of just back and forth with those 2 guys. I feel like this year it's been really by committee where every single guy has gotten an opportunity to kind of have a game to themselves almost. What does that do for your room confidence level-wise?
I feel like we always had confidence. Coach Boykin did a good job of making sure that we're always ready when the time is needed and when time comes. Jaquan Snipes is doing a really good job. You know, the last couple of years he didn't really get much time, but now he's showing that he was ready to play. I've been playing this fullback role, and it's pretty good. You know, I do my job very well, and our chemistry between Shepard, and Joseph Henry, leading them guys on, showing them what to do when the time comes or when they number get called, and we're doing a great job of that. So I think just the overall team chemistry of the running backs, we're close and we're all linked in with each other.
Yeah, gotcha. Obviously, you got homecoming this weekend. I know we kind of all asked the same questions to Norfolk State on Monday because they have their homecoming too. Just one, what does homecoming mean to you, and how excited are you to be able to play in this game on the sideline?
Well, this homecoming is important to me because this is my last. Overall, homecoming is pretty cool to see all the alumni and Hampton fans come together, cheer on, celebrate with each other for that the week, and bring joy to the Hampton spirit.
And then, what have you seen from Elon this week, and what are you expecting out of their defense on Saturday?
Yeah, Elon record is not really like how they're playing. They're a really solid team. That's pretty it. I don't really got no much to say about that.
Gotcha. Thank you very much. All right, same opening question, just coming off a big win against A&T. Just how are you feeling? How's the team feeling right now?
Yeah, no, I agree with Tymere. I think that game was much needed just for momentum. I think going into the back end of the season, the team with the most momentum, they tend to win. They tend to keep playing well. So going into homecoming, I think we have a lot of momentum. The team, we're flying around at practice. Just a better energy in the room, compared to coming off the Rhode Island loss, right, and going to the bye, it was a little tough. So I think just going over there and that atmosphere was crazy. Going over there at GHO and having a lot of our fans there as well. So I think it was a good win for us.
I know the offense seems to kind of be firing on all cylinders right now. How do you feel the offense is kind of improving throughout the season in a way, and how do you feel like you guys have performed so far?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a week-to-week thing. We look at what the defense presents for us as far as challenges, and we scheme up different ways to attack those challenges. So I think we've been doing a better job, every week, just building off of what we started week 1, and then now going into week 8. I think we're in a good place, just scheming things up, and we have a lot of weapons. We mentioned the running backs. We have a lot of key players at receiver as well, and then the quarterback play. So I think we're really talented overall.
How do you feel like your position group was kind of improved throughout the season, maybe, or how would you evaluate the wide receiver room?
For sure. I think at the beginning of the year, it was a lot of doubt within our room, not from us, but from outside. We lost a lot of people. We have a freshman playing. I think I was the only returning starter that we had. So I think just us, solidifying ourselves as one of the best receiver groups in the conference. I think that was something that we wanted to do this year, and I think we've been doing that. So.
I think Brennan Ridley obviously has had a big impact this last couple of games. Just what have you seen as a vet from him, being a freshman coming in and kind of making an immediate impact?
Nah, B-Ray, he's a stud. I think, he does a good job of just asking the right questions. From day one, he's been in my ear like, hey, what do I do here? What do I do here? He knew I played slot last year as well, so he just picks my brain. He picks the coach's brains, talks to the quarterbacks. So he's going to be a good player. He has the right mindset going into the season, and just the next man up mentality. We had people in front of him that had injuries and different things that they couldn't play. So he came in and he didn't flinch at all. So he's going to be a good player. How big of a piece has he been for this offense? I know he didn't start right away, but these last couple of weeks his role has become bigger, it seems. Just how would you evaluate? Yeah, no, I think he's a focal point of our offense right now. I think his ability in the slot. If you get a one-on-one with a lot of safeties, he's going to win majority of the time. So I think, he's going to continue to be a good piece for his offense as well. I know we talk about consistency and stuff like that. What is the key to making sure that this offense continues to perform the way it has in these last couple of weeks? Back into the season. For sure. I think it just starts with practice. Going out there, having good practice habits, getting a lot of reps and different situational things that we may not have done last year. Just working on 3rd down, 4th down, 7-on-7, just small stuff like that we have a lot of chemistry with the quarterbacks. So we get to the game, it's easy for us, because we do it at practice. We rep those different situations, and just having, I feel like just making big time players make big time plays. So the players that's supposed to make the play, they're gonna make the play. just being good at being consistent. I think that's going to keep us going, to the rest of the year.
Gotcha. And then obviously homecoming this weekend. Just how excited are you for that atmosphere and
For sure.
being involved in a homecoming game?
Yeah, shoot, I came in here from a PWI, so it's completely different for me. Homecoming last year, it was crazy. That was my first year here. We're excited for it, but the main thing is just winning the game. Want to go 1-0 this week, and then after we can celebrate homecoming. But right now, we're just focused on beating Elon.
Yeah. What have you seen from Elon on tape? What do you expect?
For sure. I think Elon, they're a good team. Like Tymere was saying, like the 2-5 record doesn't really reflect how talented they are. Up front, they're solid. DBs are solid. I know they got a couple preseason All-Americans over there too. So they're a good team, and we're a good team too. So we're not really worried about that. I think we play our game, we're gonna win. So
there you go. Appreciate you.
For sure.